is the new Marvel Legends Fabian Cortez in the latest and best Marvel Legends body mold. Welcome back to the channel and thank you for checking out my review of the 2025 Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Fabian Cortez from the Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave. Taking a closer look at Fabian Cortez, I believe the correct pronunciation is Fabian because he is Spanish. There was no need for me to heat up the figure because everything is loose, especially the head. The figure I got must have a slightly large peg hole on the head to fit the neck peg of the best body mold. Fabian Cortez is in the brand new male body mold, the Vulcan body mold. Side by side, the muscle group of his arms are exactly the same and also his legs. But there is a minor modification in terms of the torso. His torso is similar to the X-Men 97 Magneto in his Trial of Magneto costume. The arms are different of course, but when we remove their cape, you will see that the torso of Magneto and Fabian Cortez is similar. It is still not obvious because of the large shoulder pads of Fabian Cortez, but if we take a look at the back, there is a peg hole on Magneto and Fabian Cortez's back. You can see it's a bit similar in terms of position. Maybe Magneto's is slightly higher compared to Fabian. But side by side, you can see the back of his torso is exactly the same with Magneto, how the muscle is sculpted. That is good news that Hasbro did not reuse an old body mold, but let's take a closer look at what else Hasbro did. Fabian Cortez has comic book accurate inkjet printed blue eyes. Also comic book accurate brown hair, somewhat mocha brown, a lighter brown. There are some dark wash on the hair. The ponytail right here is not removable, it is attached firmly to the hair. The headpiece communicator design is similar to the Jim Lee art, but the color in Jim Lee's art was silver. The color of this one matches John Romita Jr.'s art in X-Men 300. However, in that art, there is a metal piece connecting the left and right side that runs through his forehead. Just like the comic books, he has this gold shoulder pads. It is a separate piece but it's hard to remove because of the straps around it. The logo on his torso is painted on. That is why you can see some parts of the muscle wherein there is no paint. The red paint chipped up or was not applied on. He can crunch forward really well and the red paint continues when he crunches backward. His torso and legs are all blue plastic, which is consistent to the art of John Romita Jr. For Jim Lee, this was purple. Another good thing that Hasbro did is they did not paint on the gloves. This is a separate piece that is glued on, the red gloves, and there are sculpted details on it. Removing the hands, it seems that the red part of his gloves is a separate piece attached to his arm. The same applies for his boot. The boot seems to be a separate piece. At first, you won't notice that there is actually a lower cap swivel because the boots are very tight. But if you try hard enough to swivel it, you will see that there is actually a boot swivel hidden inside the boots. Nice, uniquely sculpted details on his boots. This is a great thing that Hasbro did instead of just painting on the boots like they usually do. For his back, there are no painted details. Well, it is mostly covered with his purple cape anyway, so it's not noticeable. The purple cape is removable. At first, I thought it wasn't. I thought it was glued on, but we can remove the cape simply by sliding out some pieces, especially the peg attached to his back. That peg is the first one that you need to remove, then slide out the one side of the cape and slide out the other side. Here we have Fabian Cortez without his cape. Was that helpful? If it was, I hope you give this review a like, subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends. I'm not 100% sure, but this cape seems to be brand new because of the different sculpt and method of attaching it. For accessories, he comes with a pair of closed fist hands. The sculpted details does not hinder the articulation of these hands. They can hinge forward and back. The alternate hands are not a pair. One right open palm expressive hands that can hinge forward and back, while the other hand is a weapon holding hand that can hinge up and down. Fabian Cortez does not come with any kind of weapon, but he comes with some power effects. These are the same power effects that came with Sunfire and Pyro, but this has a better translucent yellow-orange color. The old ones are slightly solid, but this one allows more light to pass through. He does not come with an alternate head that is a calm expression, but he comes with the left leg of Nemesis, the Build-A-Figure. Nemesis will be a tall Build-A-Figure. So far impressive is the sculpt and the painted details. There are dent or battle damage parts on these legs. Looking forward to building Nemesis. I hope you found this review useful so far. If you do, I appreciate if you like this review and share it with your friends. For places where the figures are available, I left the links in the description below. I'm Tigerknight! Since I answered the question, what was the body mold that was used for Fabian Cortez or Fabian Cortez? This means that we can do a head swap between Vulcan and Fabian. Noticeably, Vulcan's head is very loose, just like how Fabian Cortez's head was. But here, his head is tight on the Vulcan body mold. By the way, in the 90s X-Men animated series, his name was pronounced as Fabian. Maybe that's why everybody says it that way. So here we have X-Men 97 Magneto in his Triumph M costume. Safe to assume that we can do a kit bash. Swapping the heads, this is what Magneto looks like in the Acolyte costume. With the cape, here is the angry head of Magneto. It's not that bad. It actually looks okay. Another Vulcan body mold action figure is Cyclops. So let's do a quick check and perform a head swap. Similar to Vulcan, Scott Summers' head is loose on the Fabian Cortez body. Fabian Cortez on the Cyclops body is alright. Based on the head swaps, only Magneto's head fits tight enough in the Fabian Cortez body. The 2025 Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Fabian Cortez stands 16.5 centimeters or 6.5 inches tall. According to Marvel.com, his real-life height is 6 feet 5 inches, which makes this action figure height close to the 1/12 scale conversion. For a 6-inch scale versus 1/12 scale size comparison, Hasbro Marvel Legends Bishop from the Sauron Build-A-Figure wave and Mezco 1/12 Bishop. 1/12 scale size comparison with Japanese brand Medicom Toy Mafex, Psylocke, and Phoenix. Next we have Medicom Toy Mafex, Gambit, and Magneto. For a 6-inch scale size comparison with Jada Toy Street Fighters, Ryu, and Dhalsim. The shortest female in the Jada Toy Street Fighter action figure line, Cammy White, and the SDCC exclusive Pink Chun-Li Player 2. 6-inch scale loose collector ladies, Darna, Philippines version of Wonder Woman, and Japanese Anna Ishikawa, better known as She. Hasbro Marvel Legends 6-inch scale action figures from the Secret Wars line, symbiote suit Spider-Man, and brown costume Wolverine. X-Men 97 Wolverine, and X-Men 97 Magneto in his trial of Magneto costume. The Summers Brothers X-Men 97 Cyclops and Vulcan. X-Men 97 Jean Grey and X-Men 97 Rogue. For a teenage size body mold, Jubilee from the Caliban Wave and regular size female Dazzler. Best buddies, we have Renewer Vows Spider-Man and Deadpool from the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Wave. One of the best action figures for 2024, celebrating 85 years of Marvel, Warbird, and her imitator, Moonstone, in the Dark Avengers Miss Marvel Warbird costume. I reviewed this figure recently, hope you check it out. Spider-Man Retro Figures, Target exclusive Carnage and the Walmart exclusive Venom. 6-inch scale versus 7-inch scale size comparison. The 6-inch scale Hasbro Marvel Legend Rogue from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave, and the 7-inch scale Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select Rogue. 6-inch scale Hasbro Marvel Legends Sabretooth from the 50th anniversary of Wolverine 2-pack, and the 7-inch scale Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select Sabretooth. From the Deadpool Legacy Collection, Colossus, and 7-inch scale Marvel Select Colossus. 6-inch scale Hasbro Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Juggernaut, and the 7-inch scale Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select Juggernaut. 6-inch scale Hasbro Marvel Legends Hulk from the Celebrating 80 Years of Marvel Wave, and the 7-inch scale Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select Immortal Hulk or the Rampaging Hulk. For packaging, he comes in the box collector friendly packaging where you can see the figure inside because of the window. At the bottom it says X-Men. His name is Fabian Cortez. Also on the side, an art taken from the comic books. On the other side is the same art from the comic books. At the back is the same art and a short read up. Pause it right now if you want to have a read. Here are the figures that you need in order to build Nemesis. You don't need Wolverine to build Nemesis. Some warning and legalities. At the bottom is a barcode and on top is the X logo. Unboxing the figure, there is a part at the bottom for your thumb so you can easily slide out the tray containing the plastic tray. Here we have the figure and you can see all the accessories and the Build-A-Figure part. At the back is the yellow generic Marvel Legends background with comic book panels from different Marvel characters. Here is the figure in one plastic tray. When removing the figure, be careful not to scratch the plastic cape at the back. For articulation, his head can move from side to side with some slight hindrance because of his ponytail. He can look up that far, he can look down, his arms can extend that far. You can do a full 360 with some hindrance from the shoulder pads. He has a bicep swivel right here, double jointed pinless elbows right here. His wrist can swivel and hinge. He can crunch forward like this. He can crunch backward with a little hindrance from his cape, but he can crunch really well backwards. He has a waist swivel. He can do a split. He has an upper thigh swivel, double jointed pinless knees. He can reach the back of his butt. He can kick forward. He has a hidden lower calf swivel inside the boots. His feet can hinge forward and back, and he has an ankle rocker. My final thoughts on the 2025 Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Fabian Cortez. The good points is he has an excellent head sculpt with an expression that matches his personality. He is in the brand new Vulcan body mold, pinless double jointed elbows and knees. Though the costume details are painted on, the gloves and boots are a separate piece with a unique sculpt. Should you add Fabian Cortez to your Marvel Legends collection? I guess it's just optional unless you're a big X-Men fan. But it is hard to resist in completing the Build-A-Figure Nemesis. Another question is, will he fit in with your X-Men animated series collection? And the answer to that is yes, because the colors of his costume do match how he appeared in Season 4 of X-Men animated series. If you are looking for a more comprehensive X-Men 97 action figure reviews, check out my playlist right here. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this review useful. Please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. A big thank you to Payaso Diorama who does my diorama. To achieve this type of red background, I use Ulanzi or Ulanzi lighting. It is a multicolor tower light. I will leave a link in the description below. Stay safe, enjoy your day, and hope to see you on the next one.